So now that you're familiar with glycolysis and pyruvate processing, we're going to move into the third reaction in cellular respiration, which is the citric acid cycle. This is a series of 8 chemical reactions, and it can be kind of complicated. Now we're going to start this series of reactions where we left off last time. So we're going to start with our molecules of acetyl-CoA. I'm going to talk about this as one molecule of acetyl-CoA goes through the citric acid cycle, but remember that we have 2 because we split our 6-carbon sugar into 2 acetyl-CoA molecules. This reaction is going to take place in the fluid matrix of the mitochondrion. The mitochondrion has an outer membrane and an inner membrane, and inside that inner membrane there's fluid. That's what's called the matrix. And that's where we're going to do this part of the process. Now this is important because cells that don't have mitochondria are not going to be able to do this because they're not going to have that matrix where this takes place. So keep in mind that this process has several different names. It can be called the citric acid cycle, the TCA cycle, or the Krebs cycle. We start with our 2-molecule acetyl-CoA, and we add that to an oxaloacetate, which is a 4-carbon sugar. Once we are in that 6-carbon molecule, we take an isomer of it, and guess what that isomer is called? Citric acid. That's where the cycle gets its name. Now what's going to happen is a carbon dioxide is going to pop off of that citric acid as a result of oxidation of our 6-carbon sugar. When that carbon dioxide pops off, something else is going to have to be reduced. The thing that gets reduced is a NAD, and this moves NAD into its energetic state, NADH. We do that again. So now we've got 2 NADHs, and we're down to a smaller molecule. Now what we do is we pop off that coenzyme A that's been hanging out. Once we pop that guy off, this makes another energetic molecule. This one is called GTP, or it can also make ATP. It just kind of depends on what's going on and who's nearby. Now we're going to lose a water molecule. And water, remember, has 2 hydrogens. Those 2 hydrogens are going to join up with a molecule called FAD, moving it into its energetic state, FADH2. In the last step, another water molecule comes off. And when that water molecule comes off, it comes off because it's oxidized. That means something has to get reduced. Guess what we reduce? Another molecule of NAD, making it its energetic state, NADH. So what have we done here? Well, we added our 2-carbon sugar to a 4-carbon sugar. It went through a bunch of changes, and in the process of those changes, we have generated 3 NADs that are in their energetic state, so NADH, and 1 FAD that's in its energetic state, a FADH, and 1 ATP. So what happened to that oxaloacetate that we started with and made the 6-carbon citric acid molecule? Well, now we're back to having that molecule in its original state, so it's ready to combine with another acetyl-CoA and do the whole process again. What this means is at the end of this process, you're going to have 6 NADH, 2 FADH2, and 2 ATP. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, okay, I get the ATP part, but what the hell do we do with NADH and FADH2? Well, we're going to deal with that in the next part, which is the electron transport chain or oxidative phosphorylation. When we're in that part of the cellular respiration cycle, we are going to take those molecules and use them to make ATP. But that's going to be in my next video.